specifically in this case, it's a parasitic twin. When two embryos develop in the womb don't separate like they should, one twin is dominant while the other is underdeveloped. It's not considered conjoined because the underdeveloped twin is dependent on the body of the other.
The next tape documented Gabriel's supernatural abilities. He could not only control Madison's mind and body, he could also communicate with the outside world through electronic devices. What's more, his powers were only growing stronger with age. The doctors warned that if he wasn't stopped, his violent nature would make him an unstoppable force of evil. He was also feeding off the host's bodily fluids and nutrients, and would eventually kill Emily if left unchecked. That's why Dr. Glenn recruited the two other leading doctors, and they made the decision to surgically remove Gabriel entirely. But because their brains were conjoined, fully removing Gabriel's brain would likely kill Emily. In the end, they could only remove the non-vital parts of his body, then tuck the remaining tissue back inside Emily's skull and seal it up. Meanwhile, back at the jail, a group of violent inmates saw Madison as an easy target and began to bully and beat her mercilessly. Frail and defenseless against the two attackers, Madison could do nothing but take the brutal beating as they kicked and punched her over and over again. But the second one of the inmates grabbed her by the hair, the lights in the cell began to flicker violently, and the inmate's hand was suddenly covered in a pool of blood. Madison then began to convulse violently, as if having a seizure. When she pushed her hair back, a grotesque, monstrous face pushed its way out of the back of her skull. In an instant, Gabriel took full control of Madison's body, and began a brutal, one-sided massacre. The inmates who'd been terrorizing her just moments before were now running for their lives, screaming in terror. One by one, he tore every last one of them apart. Just as he finished off the last inmate, guards who'd heard the commotion burst into the cell block and opened fire. Gabriel used one of the inmates' bodies as a human shield to block the bullets, then charged forward and killed the guards without hesitation. Meanwhile, after finishing the research files and tapes, Madison's sister immediately called Detective Shaw to tell him everything she'd learned. Just then, Shaw heard blood-curdling screams coming from inside the precinct. He and Hannah raced inside to find every inmate and guard in the cell block lying dead on the floor, with Madison nowhere to be found. Little did they know that Gabriel, using Madison's body, had already broken through the steel door of the evidence room, retrieved his clothing and the murder weapon, and stormed into the precinct's main office to continue his killing spree. Shaw arrived on the scene and called out Madison's name, desperate to wake her up and help her take back control of her body.
Madison!
But Madison was still trapped in her own mind, sitting in the jail cell, completely unaware of what Gabriel was doing. When she saw Shaw approaching with a gun, she thought he was the one who'd killed everyone around her. Terrified, she let go of her fight to take back control. Gabriel fought his way out of the precinct and escaped. Shaw knew that Madison's birth mother, Serena, was still in the hospital, and he realized with a sickening dread that she would be Gabriel's next target. Her decision to give them up had left both Gabriel and Madison with deep, unhealed emotional trauma. Meanwhile, Madison's sister rushed to the hospital, planning to move Serena to a safe location. But the officers posted outside the room had orders to let no one near the witness. But as they argued, the lights in the hallway began to flicker violently. The officer suddenly grabbed his chest in agony. Confused, Madison's sister stepped forward to help him, just as his pacemaker exploded, killing him instantly. Madison's sister immediately knew something was horribly wrong. She sprinted into the hospital room and tried to slam the door shut, but Gabriel kicked it open with brutal force.
I was saving you for last. Sit you still. Over me. Along flesh and blood. I should have killed you before you were born.
Gabriel. Please forgive me. I should never have given you away. You were my son, and I should have loved you no matter what. Emily! No! You're hurting us!
Cindy, get out of here!
Go on.
Madison!
Shoot me.
Madison, I know you're in there.
And kill her.
What did you do to my sister?
She's not your sister.
Inside, Madison watched helplessly as Gabriel raised his weapon to kill her sister. She couldn't move an inch, her body was still completely under Gabriel's control.
Maddie, I know you can hear me. You have to fight him.
Madison's not home.
Madison, he killed your babies. He was the cause of your miscarriages. He was feeding off of your fetuses to build himself back up.
Daddy, please come back.
But when Madison learned the truth about why she kept miscarrying, a white-hot rage ignited inside her. She fought with every ounce of strength she had to take back control of her body. But in the next second, Gabriel pulled the trigger, shooting her sister, then turned and shot Serena where she lay in the hospital bed. That's when Madison's voice rang out.
No, Gabriel. You were always a monster.
What's happening?
Now I can do all the mind tricks you can.
No, not possible!
Did you forget? We share the same brain.
I didn't ask to be tethered to you. You don't deserve your body. I can use it better than you.
Not anymore. You don't get to control me ever again. It's over, Gabriel. I'm taking it all back. My mind, my body, my everything. Now you get to live in a world that I create.
You can't lock me in here forever. You'll always be stuck with me. Sooner or later, I will get out.
I know. But next time, I'll be ready for you.
In the end, Madison not only successfully sealed Gabriel away, she also took full and permanent control of her body.
Maddie, Sunny, I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna lift this off you.
No, it's too heavy.
It was always my body. If he was strong enough to do this, then so am I.
The same supernatural powers that had been a force of destruction in the hands of a monster became a force for good in Madison's hands, a tool to protect the people she loved. Gabriel was the darkness etched into Madison's very bones, the shackles forged from her childhood trauma, and the part of herself she'd never dared to face. From being controlled and doubted, to fighting with every fiber of her being to reclaim her body and her life, this decades-long battle was never about fighting a monster. It was about making peace with her past. True strength is never about destroying the darkness within you. It's about having the courage to stand in the abyss and carve out a reason to keep going for yourself.